myself up. Just bear with me, guys. Ugh. There we go. All right. Okay, so here we are. Updates, live update number 10. And it's not been without its issues today. Technical issues. I was going to go set up on computer, but it's been so long since I've done that. I'm kind of out of date with that. So in the end, it was easier just to do it on my phone, and I'll just keep my computer for looking over at the chat occasionally. Otherwise, I've got to do, like, kind of respond more or less instantaneously. Anyway, we have another nice day here in Plymouth, which is great. My wife and daughter have gone out for their exercise walk. Oh, actually they're home a lot quicker than I thought. Actually, they're here now. Well, you were quicker than I thought.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hey,
we're live. Hi, madam. Yes.
That's what you get.
I've only just started my cup of coffee. Good afternoon, Duff Duff. Hello. How you doing? You okay on this another sunny day? I've got my coffee. I've even got my notepad and pen in case I want to make any notes about things. I'm trying to multitask today. Yes, Plymouth. Plymouth, my friend. Oh, why? Are you near there? I'm actually drinking decaf because I don't know, I have too much caffeine lately, so I'm just trying to cut it down a bit. So, I don't think I've done all of these updates here before. I've done my live shows in the past. Oh, you're in Scotland. Wow, not quite a walking distance. I bet it's cold up there, isn't it? So yeah, so it's windy here today. Very, very windy. I mean, where I live is like on top of a hill, and so it's kind of windy on a nice day. Ah, visited Plymouth, I see. Yeah, so it's kind of windy here on a nice day where I live in Plymouth, but now the wind has actually picked up. It's like really, really, really strong winds. I mean, if you're into, you know, this crisis aside, if you're into kite flying, it's ideal location. But yeah. Sorry, I'm distracted by the other screen. Gives me an idea of how long I have a lag I've got, which isn't too bad at the moment. So I phoned my mum. She's doing well. She's just about, well, she was just about to eat lunch that my sister had made and taken around for her. So she's doing well. So I'm glad about that. My sister, sounds like my sister's all right. I kind of had a text conversation with her this morning, so that's good. I've got a couple more people to phone later on in the day. I thought make sure that certain people are doing still doing well and how they're coping. I put up I did a little poll on the YouTube community thing actually. How are you coping at the moment? You know, are you going totally stir crazy? Are you not fussed, or are you loving it? I'm still in the loving it category at the moment. So yeah, yes, yes, it is important to keep in touch. I mean, I think phone bills will rocket during these next few months, for sure. Those of us that are just using phones, I mean, some people you can contact like through the internet anyway, like or video call or what have you, and it's yeah, I think that usage is going to go through the roof. I've not noticed any kind of noticeable difference with the internet speeds at the moment. Well, you never know. There might be a phone bill amnesty. Yeah, you never know. There might be. They're doing all sorts of other stuff, like the credit card company. I noticed when they sent my bill through and I phoned them up to make a payment, it says you can actually apply for a 3-month break if you like. So, I mean, I didn't this time. I just paid a little bit less than what I would have done normally because I need the money for essentials at the moment and at this time. Plus, I don't know. I suspect I'm gonna have another week, maybe two. I don't know, but about another week and a half at least. I think off of work. Then I may be going back to work. I don't know. I've got to contact them and see what's going on with all that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like in your family who doesn't do technology, for instance, and who only has a landline, things like that. And then there are other people, like certain friends I know that I can video call, and I'm probably going to do that. I might do that after here. So you're in Scotland, wow. It's always bad weather up there, isn't it? Or am I, is it only just like in winter time? Because whenever someone talks about Scotland, it always, well, whenever it comes up like on the news or anything, it's always, either torrential blizzard, snow. Is your, we have one for emergencies in case, I don't know, just in case, I guess, and for certain things it's easier. I can put it on loudspeaker and I can just and I can do things on my phone my mobile at the same time, and so yeah. Yeah, but yeah, really. Oh right, okay. That's quite surprising. So does it ever get warm there? I mean, here, if we have like a good summer, we'll have like 2 weeks, maybe 3, of what the Brits would classify as a heat wave, and that's it. Dundee. Oh right, okay. Yeah, okay. It's one place I've never been is Scotland. I don't have any friends or family there. Got a brother in Wales. That's like still a long way away. Really? This decaf coffee is nice. It's actually not too bad, so I'm doing well. My plan today, hobby-wise, is to get out to the studio and oh. Oh right, okay, that sounds like something he would say. Yeah. Yeah, so my plan is to get out to the hobby. I don't know if you can turn my cat. I know this is unprofessional, I know, but out there, that's where I'm aiming to go this afternoon. I'm hoping to get a big chunk of the Zombicide Invader done. I mean, if I put a full day in, I could maybe even possibly complete it. Get that core box set aliens wise done, then next week I can start with the player survivors and yeah, well, the player actors. So that's what I would like to do. I'm looking at. I've got my D&D Essentials kit next to me, and you may see some role playing books that way. My role playing group, obviously, we haven't been able to get together for quite some time because we were thinking it was probably a good idea not to for a while before the lockdown came in, and one of the group has suggested we could do it perhaps online through one of the various avenues, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, but the rest of them are not. So got to go with the majority, and that's fine. We'll just wait until. I mean, as a whole, we're pretty much old school, and we still sometimes play the odd pen and paper role-playing game. What was the last one we were playing? It was Call of Cthulhu, I think. Yeah, it was. We're actually. That's why I've got a load of role-playing stuff stacked up in a pile, because we were in the middle of a game. So I don't know whether we might just have to abandon that one or. Yes, my family are well, thank you. I don't think there's anyone in my family that's not well. I mean, my uncle passed away just over a week ago now, and I've still not heard what's going on with the funeral, with that. I mean, he lived in Cambridge, so I don't think. Oh, that's okay. He was quite poorly anyway. He had cancer, and you know, he was ill for quite a while. But he was really good to my mum. Really helped her out a big style, because he was my dad's brother. And when my dad passed away, he kind of stepped in and helped my mum out financially. Well, he offered to. My mum didn't accept it because she's stubborn like that. But he did sort out a lot of things for her. So I'm always going to be grateful to him for that. But I don't know what's going to happen funeral-wise. I'm guessing not going to be able to go, and it'll be just like, you know, close family members up there, because it's a long way to travel. And yeah, so I'm waiting to hear. I'm just waiting to hear about that. What's happening? Even if it's just, oh yeah, we had the funeral, and you know, X number of people turned up or whatever. I don't know, or he's now. Yeah, I don't even know if he's going to be buried or cremated. Yeah, I mean, you know, even if you say, oh, hey, he's buried in such and such a cemetery, or he was cremated and ashes scattered, but I'm guessing they'll cremate with this. I don't know. I don't know. At the end of the day, the answer is I don't know whether they will say, oh, everybody's cremated now with the virus thing or not. I don't know. I don't have enough knowledge about such things, so who can say? I mean, I've said in my will that I want to be cremated anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. Yes, very strange. The apocalypse is upon us, my friend. Yeah, I would say. So, what's going on with you hobby-wise? Have you got anything planned? Are you in the middle of stuff? You know, how's it going with that? Because once I'm finished painting my Zombicide, I'm going to be playing. That's my plan anyway. Okay, of course, a 40k and is out of the question, because you can't go anywhere or do anything. But at least with Zombicide, I can play solo. Ah, Tamiya Ducati at the moment. Motorbike, nice. Those Tamiya kits are quite good, aren't they? I haven't done any scale modelling for quite a while now, but that's something that's in my long-term future plans to get back to. Yeah, I'd like to do that, because it's very very therapeutic. Ah, yeah, you were mentioning that yesterday, I think it was. Yeah, I must check that out. So, is it how is it miniatures wise? Is there a lot of miniatures with it? Is it card based? I don't know anything about it personally. I agree. Tamiya kits are fantastic. I haven't done many of them, but I mean I've got a few Tamiya paints as well, so I like Tamiya, and I've got that Tamiya thin cement, the really thin one. I haven't used it yet, but I heard it was so good. It was kind of recommended to me, so I picked one up a while back. Yeah. Well, I'm over halfway through my cup of coffee. 3 boxes of miniatures. Whoa. Nice. I love the miniatures board games you get these days. I just absolutely love them. The first, actually, you see behind me there, Lord of the Rings was the first kind of, I think that was the first co-op game I ever got. And that was quite some time ago. But nowadays, miniatures games are just so fantastic. I love them. I absolutely love them. The cooperative thing, you can see. I don't know if I turn the camera, you can see up there. That's Mansions of Madness, another cooperative game. A bit convoluted though with the rules on that one. Here we go. Bit of what's going on here now. There, can you see that? No? Try and see if you can see that or not. There, Mansions of Madness. Zoom out. Yeah. Great game, but it's a bit complex with the rules. So I find you've got to really concentrate on it, but it's enjoyable because you've got an app that you use with it, and the app is kind of the game master. Well, because that's a second edition version, whereas the first edition of Mansions of Madness, which I nearly bought, wouldn't have been quite so good for me because it's one of you has to be the game master, so it's kind of you against the rest of the players. So for my family, it would have probably been myself versus my daughter and wife. So with the other ones, we're all in it together, which is much better. Because my wife is very much loves cooperative games. Zombicide is her favourite. Zombicide is my favourite, but she loves cooperative games. And to begin with, I was like, yeah, they're okay, but now I can really see why it is better. And nowadays, the sort of game mechanics you've got. Another game that takes my fancy, which I like the look of, is that Resident Evil board game. It's not heavy miniatures wise, but I've seen a few playthroughs on that. It looks alright actually, because I loved the Resident Evil 2 game I had on the PlayStation years ago. So that chinking is my dog, her collar on the water bowl. Yeah. Yes, praise be to YouTube, because that's all I watch these days, really, YouTube. I tell a lie, I do watch DVDs. Watching Ice Road Truckers at the moment on like Miller season 2. Yeah, and it's got like a little, well, metal, the collar where the collar goes in. It was just chinking on like a china bowl of water. Always know when they're drinking because you can hear the ching ching ching. What are they doing up there? Oh, they're drinking. So, yeah, how far did you get with it? Because I'm absolutely loving it, because it's like it's one of those. I think it's one of those things you can watch where if you're ever feeling a bit meh about your job, just watch that and think, wow, at least I'm not risking my life like that. And in those harsh conditions too, because it makes you feel better about your job, I think. Ah, right. The only bit I quite like the look of, like the only part of the whole thing I would say, yeah, I'd like to do that, is the strapping down of the stuff on the, like the trailers and that. Yeah, yeah, it is nuts. I mean, the first season was bad enough driving across frozen lakes, but now in the second season they're driving across frozen ocean. It's just like, no, 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 wouldn't happen. Not happening. Never in a million years. Ah, right. So, and I'm looking at I'm looking from here. I'm looking at a diorama I made years ago, like a zombie diorama, and it just reminded me. That's all. It reminded me I've got to make I've got to make a new diorama for my wife's third book. I don't know if you've seen any of the stuff about that, but yeah, I've got some of the stuff together. It's going to involve a bridge because that features in the book, and some of the main characters. I was worried too much about making a diorama of an actual scene, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to do almost like an advertisement for the story itself. So not a scene per se, but the sort of thing you'd see on a cinema poster or something like that. So that's what I'm doing. I haven't done many dioramas in my time, but the ones I have done, I've thoroughly enjoyed, and so that's something as well. So I've got my zombicide, I've got my diorama, and I think that's the only main things I'm going to be doing. Other than, well, I know I've got to tidy my studio and find my Congo stuff. I don't know if you ever heard of the game Congo. That's a game that I like to play with my friend Ralph. We were actually scheduled in to play a game of that before this whole lockdown business came into effect. So I'm hoping that once it's all over, he's still going to be up for that, and that'll be like one of the first things I do. Get out and play a game or two of Congo with my friend, because you can get, if you start early enough, you can get a couple of games in. Oh, right, okay, not a problem. Well, I've got to head off in a minute anyways, to make some phone calls and make sure some other people are okay. Oh, right, it's like, you've not heard of it. It's I've got a playlist actually on my channel that'll give you, if you just look on the playlist, find Congo, it'll give you a rough idea. It's basically wargaming in the jungle, like in the olden days. I don't know how else to describe it. You've got different like armies or factions rather. It's a skirmish game. There is an element of like there's witch doctors in it, and creatures, different things. Yeah, it's worth a look anyway. The figures for it are brilliant, and I really enjoy painting those. I always find when I have a game with my friend, I'm really into Congo and I've got miniatures to paint up with it, so I thought it'd be good, you know, if we can get a game of that in, if we can do that, and I'll be all infused for Congo then for a while. Yeah. Anyway, it's been great. Oh, did I ever see did you ever paint the Fallout minis? Yes, I did. Yeah, there was a video on it. All done. Painted for my friend. He asked me if I could paint them for him, so I did that. There is a video on my channel somewhere for that. If I remember, I'll find. Yeah, well, if I remember, I'll trawl through my channel. I can't even remember what playlist it would be in. I'll come across it sometime, but yeah, I definitely need to do it. and I painted them, and he was like over the moon with them, which I was pleased about. Right. Anyway, I better head off because I've got to make some phone calls to make sure everyone else is alright. I'm glad that you're okay. It's been really nice talking to you, and I will catch you on the next one. I'll be hopefully on again tomorrow. I'm trying to do these every day. Oh, not a problem. I'm trying to do these every day just an update really, so I can look back in the future and go, "God, that was a dark time. I remember that," and see how I got on. And anyway, so all right. So stay safe, be well, be kind, and I will catch you later, my friend. Bye for now. Bye bye.